I'm Sevak Sangha, and I'm very delighted and happy to welcome all of you for our eco-friendly Ganesh Idol workshop that NRI Streams is hosting today. So Ganesh Chaturthi, and let me give you some background on what this Ganesh Chaturthi Mandal is. So Ganesh Chaturthi is a widely celebrated festival, as all of you know, and for the past 3 years, NRI Streams and Ganesh Chaturthi Mandal have brought the same excitement, the celebration, and the tradition to our community here in Virginia in a grand way in our community basically. So over the past 3 years, if we want to see the highlights of the biggest Sri Ganesha festival in the US is nothing but the 20-foot deity, the 2,000 pounds laddu that we saw, which was a Mahaprasadam, the daily darshan and puja for almost all 10 days, lot of vendor booths, the kids activities such as robotics, drone racing, virtual reality, 3D printing, Ganesha making, and lot of cultural programs and the performances from either the local or the international talent. And obviously, we shouldn't forget the grand Ganesha Visarjan that they have been doing. So, in just few days, our fourth annual celebration will also begin, as you know, on this Saturday. And despite the current lockdown, we will be still continuing on our tradition and celebration, obviously in a safe way. And it will be much like our past events. The only difference, it will be online this time, right? So all of the cultural programs will be broadcasted live to our homes by NRI streams.tv. Darshans will also be done online as well as in person, but upon the registration and following the guidelines. So if you'd like to participate in any of these activities, you must sign up to ganeshfestivals.us website, which we will be broadcasting soon here as well. And we are also looking for the volunteers to help us on this 3-day event. And all the information regarding this again can be found at ganeshafestivals.us. So once again, thank you for all your support. We look forward to having you join for our celebration virtually and in person for this Ganesha Festival 2020. Again, I would like to thank NRI Festival Sudhaji, Srinivasji for this wonderful opportunity and organizing this nice event for the kids to make the Ganesha Festival. That being said, let me introduce our host today, who is gonna conduct this wonderful session. So I'm very glad to introduce Niveditha ji Bhaskara. Niveditha ji Bhaskara lives in Ashburn, Virginia. She works for the college board and she has led many Ganesha idol making idol workshop sessions in the past for various organizations as well as through the temples. Last year itself, if I'm not wrong, Nivedita ji, I think you helped more than 600 kids make the Ganesha idol. So I
That's
think that's your passion, and thank you very much for doing that. So without further delay, I would like Nivedita ji to start the session.
Thank you, Leena ji, and thank you, the Ganesha Festival and NRI Streams and Sudhaji for a wonderful opportunity. I've always been doing Ganesha at home, trying to do the eco-friendly way, and this year I was feeling a little low that we're not going to get a chance to celebrate in the grand manner we usually do. But thanks to NRI Streams, I think we have that technology which is going to help us teach the kids to do Ganesha in an eco-friendly way, use clay, use material that's around the house, and still celebrate the festival to the fullest. And we can get started. I see some of the kids here. Let's have some ground rules because we have a lot of kids, and we will do a lead and follow session. I will show you one step, and when I show you that step, if you're able to get it, just give me a thumbs up. And if there's any confusion or you need me to give you more tips, raise your hand. And you're all going to be muted. And when we need, we will unmute and ask a question. One thing I would like to ask everyone to adjust your camera in a way I can see what you're doing. In that way, whatever I'm doing, you're repeating the same step and you're not missing or falling behind. Okay. And before I tell more about the Ganesha idol making and what my how it all started, I want you to get all the materials close to you. What I have is you can have a paper plate or a plate where you will be placing the idol. So today I will be using air dry Crayola clay, and some of you can use the clay you have, or you can use Play-Doh, or you can also use the mix of haldi and the flour, the multi-purpose flour to make the Ganesha. So I will be showing the steps to do the Ganesha using the air dry clay. The materials I have today is the clay. I have a bowl with little water, just not too much. We're not going to be using a lot of it, but as needed, we might need some water. I have a napkin just in case. And because we're doing eco-friendly Ganesha, you can use material around your house for decoration, or you can use food grains, whatever you want to use for decorating Ganesha. I have some paint, which is optional for you to use, and I have some um, sequences which I had at my house, so I just kept them with me. We will use this to decorate our Ganesha the way you want. And I also did something. I got toothpick with me, and I got some peppercorns. This I can use it for the eyes. Very good idea, right? Okay. So do we have all the material? Everybody is ready to get started? Thumbs up? Yes, that's good. Give me a smile. So I know you're excited to do the Ganesha. So Leena ji, let's get started. Okay.
Whenever.
So yeah, okay. So first what we're going to do is I'm going to be talking, and if you have questions and any doubts, please feel free to ask me and stop me. I'll go slow. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the air dry clay. Okay. So I want you to take about golf ball size clay or a clementine size. Let's say a clementine. Uh, the biggest part of the idol, Lord Ganesha's idol, is the stomach, right? We are first going to be making this clementine size ball to make a smooth, round shaped clementine, which we can use as the stomach. Okay, so now there's a trick. You see, there's a lot of cracks in the clay. So, what you can do is use your palm, okay, this part, hold the palm, put the clay on it, and make circles, which will smooth out the cracks in the clay. And anywhere you see there is still a lot of cracks, you can always use your index finger and try to smoothen that place. Okay. So, Dina ji, I do a lot of Ganeshas over the last 15, 16 years. I've been doing Ganeshas, eco-friendly, basically. I've just started at home, and, making big Ganeshas. But my main passion is to teach kids, to make it fun for them and make it simple, easy, followable steps. And so they enjoy the festival, learn the significance of the festival, and try to make the Ganesha at home, keep it eco-friendly. Okay.
That's right. And I think I really liked your tip. You said if you see any cracks, use your thumb
Hmm.
and try to cover it. So
Yeah,
that's a very, very good tip from Niveditha auntie, right?
yeah.
So,
Just try to make a smooth
yeah.
clementine size clay ball. Okay. And some of you are using Play-Doh. The only thing is Play-Doh is very easy to work with, but I would suggest when you use Play-Doh and when you're attaching different parts to it, if you can use liquid glue to attach the Play-Doh with each other, once it dries out, it's not going to fall apart. Okay? All right. Is everybody in this stage where you did a clementine size ball, which will be the stomach? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay. I see a few of you are still working on it. Okay. So the next thing I want you to do is if this is the clementine, I want you to make small lemons. Okay. So I'm going to take this much clay. I'm going to take two equal parts of it, and I'm going to make a lemon sized ball. Okay. Again, use your palm. Okay. You can do this. Do you see this? So let me just place it right next to the clementine size ball and this one. I'm just going to make another one.
So we are not using any water as of now, right?
No,
It's just the balls. Okay.
absolutely. We try not to use water. The clay is moist enough, which is
Mhm.
workable. The more water we add, it dries out,
Okay.
and we'll try to add it minimally and when needed.
As and when needed. Okay.
Yes,
So I think only important thing for Play-Doh, if you're using a Play-Doh, I heard second tip from you is use the liquid glue so that it will not fall apart when
yes.
you're trying to glue them together. Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. So I see some of you still working on this. So we made one big clementine size clay ball, and we have made two small lemon size balls. So far, good? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're done and we can go to the next step. Okay, I see one thumbs up.
I think they need still 1 minute or something.
Yes.
So, what are you using these balls for?
So I will be using one of this for the base of the Ganesha,
Uh-huh.
and this will be for the stomach, and we will be using this ball for the legs.
Okay.
Okay? So, my passion for making Ganeshas or looking at Ganeshas started very, very early. When I was a kid, I used to love Ganesha festival. Look at this Ganesha. Looks so cute, right?
Okay.
You're going to be making something similar. And
Nice.
then I used to, yeah, and this one was made about 7 or 8 years ago, and this is made out of Play-Doh. A lot of you have messaged me, and people ask me, I make the Ganesha in Play-Doh, but they break off. That's why I ask you to use the glue, liquid glue. And this my daughter made, I think, about 6 or 7 years ago, and it's still intact.
Good.
Can we go to the next step, kids? Are we ready? Okay, let's give it another 5 seconds, and okay, that's good. Thanks. Nice, Akshaj. All right. Can we take one of this lemon-sized ball, which we did? Okay. Now this is going to be the base of our Ganesha. Base is on which our Ganesha idol is going to sit. So it's very quick and easy, right? So you have a smooth, nice lemon-sized ball. I'm again going to place it on my palm. Hold it like this. Now I need all your strength. Okay. So use your right palm and press this 3 times. One, two, three. All right. Wow, not bad. I made it flat. Not too flat, but like a disc.
That's really a good idea. One, two, three.
One,
And
two.
surface
Yeah.
ready. Yep.
Okay. So does this look like this? If it is lost its shape, try to make it a round disc. Okay. See, some of you might see there's a lot of cracks here, right? Let me see. I can show this.
Yeah,
So
you can.
now, yeah, so now is when I will use very little water. I'm going to dip my index finger in water and remove the excess water. And I'm just going to make a smooth surface around this disc. Just use your index finger and go about it like this. And wherever there's a crack or unevenness, okay. You
So
see this?
you are saying use water for everyone, or only if you see the cracks? They
If
need
you see the cracks and if you're using clay.
aneurysm.
Don't use water if you're using Play-Doh, or if you're using the homemade dough with haldi and all-purpose flour. I, if you don't see a crack, don't use water.
Okay.
So I'm going to place it right here. Okay. Are we all good?
I see some of the bases are getting ready still.
Ready. Okay. Try to keep it on the plate where I can see some of you doing it. Okay, that's good. Okay. So now
Yeah.
can we go to the main piece? That's the stomach, and how we are going to fix the stomach. So now you see this is too round, right? Let's make it a little oval, like go hold like this and make it a little oval in shape. Not like a perfect circle, but a little oval in shape, which looks more like a body, right? Okay. Do you see this? Okay. Now, can I ask you all to leave your Play-Doh? Just leave everything and now watch me do the step. And after I complete the step, I will want you all to try it. Okay? Just see how I do. So you see, I just made a little oval shape of this round clementine which I had. It looks like a stomach, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do, you see the disc here? Okay. So if this is the disc and this is the front part of the disc, this will be the back of the disc. So far, you're with me? Okay. Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. So now watch me do, okay? Then I'll give you time and then you can do the same step. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this disc at the back, not in the front. There's a lot of space in the front. Okay? Now the most important part, don't do it yet. I'll give you some time. You can start working on it. I like to hold the base like this and turn this around. So you see this is the front. Okay? Now I'm going to turn this behind. You see a gap between the disc and the stomach. Okay? I'm going to use my index finger. I'm going to merge this gap. You know why I do this? So our Ganesha can stay intact. And when the clay dries, you're not going to have different parts of the idol fall off. Look at this.
Great.
Okay? Now you can work on your idol.
So again, no need of using water, Nivedita ji?
No, no, Leena ji, no. We're not using any water. Again, as I said, if you see too many cracks,
Then
you can definitely use some water. So when I was a kid, I used to wait for two festivals. One is the Janmashtami, and the second one was the Ganesha festival. And I used to be so fascinated by looking at the Ganeshas, especially going to my dance teacher, my dance class. She used to have a huge collection of Ganeshas in different
of
styles,
Ganesh.
costumes, and I used to be fascinated how Ganesha could look so cute in whichever form. I had a Ganesha playing cricket, Ganesha playing an instrument. So that's how my fascination with Ganesha idol started. But it used to always hurt me when we have to say goodbye, and the plaster of Paris and the Ganeshas that don't really melt in the water were polluting the environment, and the essence of the function was lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why many years ago, when I was in the US and I wanted to teach my children how to enjoy the festival, I wanted to make it a point that we should do eco-friendly Ganesha, which can melt, when you do the Nimajanam or the Visarjan. And I'm very happy to see a lot of people do different Ganeshas and eco-friendly Ganeshas now. Are we all good, kids? Can you show me? Okay, that's good. Avika, Radhika, Trisha, are you good? Ojas, okay. Arush is saying yes. Akshaj, you ready? Okay. Sanvi is also done. I see Sanvi is ready. Okay. So what we're going to do, remember the second lemon size ball we had done? We're going to use this for the leg. So if I just use a little part of it and take another piece, there's a high possibility that my both the legs will look different sizes. Would you like your Ganesha to have different size legs? No, right? So just like humans, we also want equal size legs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this lemon size ball and divide it into two equal parts. Okay, and this will be the size of a gumball, maybe. Easy? So far, you're with me, right? All of you? Okay. So, what I want to do is take one gumball, hold it in your hand, make a smooth ball out of this. Okay. You're with me so far? Can I see? Yes, I see Sanvi is ready. Sanvi, can you make the other one too? Both equal size gumballs. Trisha has done two, I guess. Himani, Chintana, you're still working on it? Okay. So now I'm going to take one of these gumballs and make it into a leg. You know how easy it is? Just remember the last time we went with circles like this. Now I'm going to hold my hand straight and just make it like a pipe. Here you see there's a lot of cracks. That's when I'll use a little dab of water.
So is it exactly like a cylinder shape, or you tapered one side of the leg?
So how I would do is I would probably keep the top a little thicker, and
Uh-huh.
when you come to the bottom of the feet, a little,
You're tapering it, narrowing it down.
yes, narrowing it down. Exactly.
They're doing.
Okay, do you see this?
And it's straight. You didn't bend it or anything. It just
So
straight, just narrowed down as of now. Okay.
on the top, it's a little thicker, and as you narrow it down, it's more like a shape of a leg.
It's a tip
You know?
coming.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other gumball.
So, kiddos, how many do you know? Why are we celebrating this Ganesh Chaturthi? What is that? I think I know you. Most of you know it. I think
Ganesha's birthday.
that's right, Radha. I think you're going to answer. Do you know there is Krishna's birthday also, and there is Rama's birthday also, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you celebrated Krishna's birthday also?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Krishna Janmashtami, right? And then there is Ram Navami. So we are gonna celebrate Ganesh birthday, which is a Ganesh Chaturthi, which is coming on Saturday. So we are preparing for that. That's good.
So, do we have our two gumballs which are turned into two legs right now?
I
Okay.
think
Can I
Sun.
go to the next step? That's nice. Some of you are already into the next step. Okay. Can you show it to me? Just hold it up in your hand so I know where you are. Okay. That's good.
Yeah, near
Okay.
the camera. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. See, I'm holding the two legs like this, right? So I have to create feet for my clay Ganesha. You know, it's a very simple trick to make a feet. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my thumb. I'm going to use my index finger. I'm just going to pinch the tip like this. One. Can you try doing that? Okay. And I'm going to again repeat the same step. My thumb and index finger. I'm just going to pinch the end of
So basically, you are making a foot of Ganesh.
Ganesha. Exactly. I see most of you have done that step. Okay. Now, can you hold both of this towards the camera where I can see where the feet is facing up? Do you see this? Okay. So watch what I do. I'm going to turn the right foot towards outside. Just bend it over like this. Okay. And the left towards the left. So it should look like a shape of an alphabet V form. Are we good so far? Give me a thumbs up. Radhika, can you turn both the feet you have the opposite direction? Yes. It should look like a V. Turn it around. Does it look like a V? So keep this like this. The feet should be facing out.
There you go, big sister helper.
Very okay. So now we're going to place the feet, okay? So watch how I do it. I keep both the feet here. This is the front part of the base. This is stomach. I'm going to place it together like a namaste. How do we do a namaste? But not really like joining the two. Very close, but not really joining the two. Okay? And then this is the back of the idol. I'm going to take these two pieces together and I'm just going to attach it to the back. So use your thumb, index finger, and if there's any gaps here, you're going to fill that up. So over the years, I've done different styles of Ganesha, sitting Ganesha, standing Ganesha, but I always feel I want to do something that the kids can follow, and it's easier for parents to use the material that's at home or the clay that can be bought easily and work with it.
I
So do
think
you
the steps are very easy and clear, Nivedita ji. I think that's what I think I saw last couple of years, and it's really easy for the kids to follow. That's really awesome.
it's nice. When they make it, it just makes it all worth it.
Parents are very happy.
So do you see there's no gap between the leg or the body at the back? It's attached so well that tomorrow when it dries up, it's not going to fall apart.
Okay.
Okay?
I think that is another important thing, right? You need to make sure that the legs are attached to the body properly. And again, as Nivedita just said, use water if possible or if needed, not possible. If needed, if you see any cracks, just to make sure that it is going to stay and it's not going to fall apart or have any cracks.
And this Ganesha was made like 4 years ago, and this is still intact. And we did not use any glue there or any kind of material. And this one is about 6 years ago in Play Doh.
Amazing.
Ah, I am confused.
Where are you getting confused?
I was over there when you were
Okay.
explaining.
So hold the feet together. Hold the feet
మళ్ళీ
together,
కలుద్దాం బాయ్
both of them, in a shape of a V in the front. Can you hold it together, Sandy? Show it to me. Okay. And make sure both the feet is turning outside. The feet is outside. No, hold it in your hand.
They are.
Yeah. So hold it like this in front. Yeah, so I can see it. Keep straight up. Okay, straight up. The feet should be up in the air. Okay. Other way around. Yeah. So now make a namaste, like both the feet. Can you have somebody to help you? One of your parents?
I don't know where my dad is. And my mom's in a class.
Okay. So hold this. Can you see how the feet is?
Like this?
Uh,
It should be other way around, beta.
the other way around. In the front where the disc was.
This
Yeah.
way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the front should look like this.
Can you turn it around and show it to auntie?
Yeah. And get the feet together, beta. Get them closer. Yes. Okay. And now make sure you turn it at the back and you attach the feet to the body. Okay. So the rest of you are doing good. Give me a thumbs up.
Mhm.
Okay. Can we go to the next step? So the next step is to attach the, what should go here?
The head.
The head. So before the head, let's attach the hands. Okay. So now, remember you took gumball size clay for the feet. Will the hands also be same size or a little smaller? A little smaller, right? So maybe the size of a blueberry, the cherry. So what I will do, I'll take some clay and make two cherries, cherry size ball. Okay. Okay. Do you see this? A smaller gumball, maybe, not the big size. Okay.
Okay.
How many
How
of
many
you
of you
know to
know to
make
make
how
how
baby
baby
carrots
carrots
look?
look?
We're going to make two baby carrots out of this. Okay. So again, you're not using your palm in the flat way. You're going to hold it like this and churn it. Okay. And this is going to cause a lot of cracks. Use some water and smooth out the surface. So you see, like two baby carrots. So it's surprising, Leena ji, for the last 5 or 6 years, we have been in lead and follow sessions, especially in the Hindu temple of Sterling, Balaji temple.
Mm-hmm.
They volunteers and they've been helping, Lotus temple and different temples in the DMV area come together and make idols and where kids are encouraged to do eco-friendly clay Ganeshas. As a community and the Ganesha festival too, the last 3 years, they've really done a fabulous job bringing our local community together and encouraging our children to understand importance of our festivals and how to do eco-friendly Ganesha.
I think this is very nice. I see nowadays the everybody is becoming aware of the environment and taking care by making this important small decisions of using this eco-friendly Ganesha. It could be one of that, right?
Absolutely. Small steps we can take
It's
can
very
do a huge difference to our environment. And people do a lot of, this Ganesha can be done Visarjan and then the water can be used to grow a plant.
yeah.
Some people even put seeds inside, which will help, grow into a plant.
Uh-huh.
Okay, everybody's here. Did we do two baby carrots with this? And I'm sure all of you go to school and are a little older and know your alphabets. Let's make the letter V. Okay, out of this.
So this is for the arms, am I right?
Yes, yes, correct. So far, are we here? Arush, Ojas, are we here at this level?
Yeah, we got thumbs up.
Okay, that's good. So let me show you. When you see Lord Ganesha, you see his right hand, right? What is he doing? He's blessing us, correct? So we're going to do that. So take one of the V's that you have in your hand, the two carrots which you turned into the letter V. Okay. So what I'm going to do, again, use my thumb and index finger, hold the letter like this. Okay. And one of the tip, you see this? I'm going to just pinch it and make it flat. Okay. Anybody has any questions? Are we good so far?
So how
Okay.
many arms Ganesha has, kiddos?
4.
That's
Yes.
great.
Today we're going to do only 2. The 2 will be hidden.
Is it? Let's see how it's gonna look like.
So the one with the 4 arms would probably look like the Ganesha here. If
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you can see it. That's the Ganesha. I'll bring it closer later.
Okay.
Okay. So now the Ganesha we're doing only has 2 arms, but the right arm, the right hand he's going to use, he's going to be blessing his devotees. Okay. So can we just lift this up like this? If you see from the side, it would like look like this.
Beautiful.
Okay. And where should the hand go? Here. Let's put the hand here. Radhika, where should the hand go? And the right hand. So don't think of your right hand, but your idol's right hand. Okay. So I'm just going to use this and I'm going to blend this in. See at the back? I'm just going to use my index finger and wherever there's a gap, I'm going to blend it in.
So again, yeah, right hand of idol, Sanvi, I think. You heard that, right? Yep. What else he has on his hands? Anybody knows?
Yeah, on the left hand, what is he holding? Do you see this? He's holding a modak, right? Can we do that? Can we go to the next step where we're doing the left hand? So I'm taking the second V, which we have done. You see some cracks here. I'm going to use a dab of water.
Mhm.
I'm just going to make sure there's no cracks. Okay. Uh, Remember the process we did where we just use the thumb and index finger and pinch the edges, end of it? We'll do the same thing here, but we're just going to keep it flat because we want to keep a modak on it. Okay. And the same way you attached your right hand, you're going to attach the left hand.
So I think, as you said, Nivedita ji used to wait for this Ganesha festival, right? I used to wait for it just for the sake of eating modaks. That's what I used to do.
And now you get chocolate modaks, there are different types of modaks.
Variety of modaks that we never used to have in our childhood, but I see a lot of variety now.
Yeah. And do you see, I want to show this difference. So this hand, I nicely made sure there's no gap here. But you see this hand, there's a lot of gap. So what will happen if I leave it this way? Once the idol dries up, there's a high chance that this hand will fall off.
Mhm.
So what I need to do, use my index finger and merge that gap. We're almost going, we're getting very close. We have done almost 60% of a Ganesha. Just a few more things to add on. Is your Ganesha looking like this? Or the idol's body is getting closer to how the idol should look?
Kind of proportionate, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cute, Radhika.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, do you know the other two arms? What does Ganesha hold? I think in one hand So Nivedita ji said there is
No,
one.
it's a Latu.
What's that?
A
A
Latu?
laddu? Yes. We're going to keep the laddu in the last, okay? So it doesn't drop off. Okay. So what, Radhika, can you tell me what is missing to our idol? The main part of the idol. What is missing?
The
The
head.
head? Oh my God, I was thinking something else. Okay. Let's make the head now. So remember the golf size ball we did for the stomach? We can't have a very huge head, right? So probably looking at your idol, take a small size of clay, piece of clay. I would say the size of a gumball again, okay? And use your palm and make a smooth, very smooth ball, which will be the head. Okay, all right. Okay, at this portion, let me show you how I would fix the head, and then you can do that. Okay, I'm just taking a little dab of water. I'm gonna take the head, which is the gum sized ball, gonna press it in like this. Okay, just press it very gently. Don't change the shape of the head. And what do we do here? When there's a gap, we need to
Fill it up.
fill it up. Exactly. So this is the back of my idol, okay? And this is the front where you see the hands. So I have attached it. Is the head in the right place? Are you sure? Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. Again, use my index finger and blend the head in. Now you see there's no gap, right? So even if I leave it like this, after the Ganesha idol dries, the head is not falling off.
It's perfect. So how to make sure, Nivedita ji, that the head is not leaning ahead or forward?
So you have to make sure it is standing straight. So the best part is the two hands you placed, place the head right in the center. And when you hold your idol like this, you can get a sense whether the idol is bending in the forward or
Right.
it's too at the back. If it's too bulky or it's leaning on one side, this is the time for you to fix it
Right.
and make sure the head is straight. So when you keep your idol, one other thing would be to see the proportion is the idol is not falling off at this stage. It's able to sit by itself on the base and it's standing straight, proportionate.
So we have Ganesha's head big, isn't it? Why do you think Ganesha had such a big head? Is because I think we say he can think big, right? So Ganesha's big head represents that he can think big. What else is big in Ganesha? We always see one more big thing in Ganesha, right? His big, big, big stomach, isn't it? Radhika, that's what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say
And ears
ears.
are big too. Yes.
Right. Why do you think he has big ears?
Because the
Yeah.
elephant.
And he can also listen more. So you need to think a lot, you need to listen more, right? And he will have small eyes. If you notice, Ganesha's eyes are not that big. So what does that tells us? You need to concentrate, you need to focus on whatever you are doing. Like how you all are concentrating so much in making this beautiful Ganesha idol, right? That's what the Ganesha small eyes indicate, right? To focus and concentrate.
So now can we do the trunk? Have everyone fix the head of the Ganesha? Okay. So for the trunk, remember how we did for the feet? It was thicker at thigh, and then the feet was long. So we're going to use a very little clay. and I'm just gonna make a smooth. This is like I would say the size of a blueberry, a big one. Okay, and I'm going to take as much clay that is required for the nose. Okay, on depending on my idol. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it like a funnel. So you see the funnel is big on the top, and then as you go down, it's more narrow, right? So what I will do, I'll use my finger and keep my palm like this, and I'm just going to narrow this down. Do you see this? So here it's more wider at the top, and as you go like a funnel, it's thin. Okay. And have you seen Ganesha's trunk is usually bent towards one side, right? And where is our modak going to be? It's on the left, right? I always feel like turning the trunk towards the left, like Ganesha likes modak. And I'm going to just turn this and make it like a letter J. Do you see this? Okay. So the next best tip to make sure the trunk is not too long than the Ganesha is to make sure you keep the trunk here on the stomach, okay, to where you want it to be. Okay, and turn this around. And if there's excess clay at the top, you can pinch and take out a little. And now use your index finger and merge this clay into the face. Make make it very smooth so it looks like the nose and the trunk, which is part of the face. So now I'm using little water, just very little. I'm going to dab it. That's it. Okay. Is our idol looking close to looking like Ganesha?
Yeah, it is. So Ganesha has a very small mouth, right? Why do you think he has very small mouth? We need to talk less maybe or eat less. Not eat less, right? Talk less. Think a lot, concentrate, talk less. Okay?
Okay, we're almost close to finishing our Ganesha. So Radhika, what was the other thing you said is one of the biggest?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
The
the years,
ears.
right? I'm picking on Radhika because she's the youngest in the group, and Akshaj. Akshaj, are we doing the years?
We would do 2 ears.
2 years. Okay. And you want to make sure both the ears are of the same size, correct? Kavish?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what we're going to do? Remember we took like the to make the trunk, we use as much clay as needed for the size of a blueberry. Then we're going to take little clay, which is a little less than the size of the blueberry, but we're going to make, let's say, two small blueberries. I hope your Ganesha is looking like Ganesha. And you know, the best part of making Ganesha idol is no matter how you make it, by the time you put the trunk and the ears, he will look so beautiful and cute.
That's right. So I think I didn't hear Radhika. Did you say he has a large tummy to eat? A big, big belly for what?
No, I
You
never met.
never.
I never said.
Okay.
So I think he has a belly so that he can digest all the good and bad things in life, right? So we should have that ability that there will be something good happening and something bad happening, and we can digest all just like how Ganesha digests, and that's what his big belly indicates. Okay.
So now we want to attach the ears, correct? So there's an easy trick to attach the ears. Now what
Why
I
is he
do,
storing
I've
his
done.
laddu?
Oh yes, laddu will add in the end because more the weight is gonna, there's chances of it falling off. So I've had two blueberries with me. Do you have the two blueberry balls with you? Okay. So watch how I fix the ear. I'm gonna take a little dab of water, and I think the ear goes here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So watch this. You can do it together. Okay. So I'm gonna take these two blueberries. All right. Hold it with my thumb and index finger, and I'm gonna keep it close to the face. I think this is where the ear should go, and I'm gonna press this in and use the thumb and index finger and press 3 times. One, two, and three. You see this? The ears are fixed, but we have to make sure there are no gaps. So again, I'm using my index finger and at the back and front, making sure there's no gap. You can use a little dab of water, not too much. So if you don't fix the ear again, there's a high probability once the clay dries, the ear can fall off. So please make sure the ear is attached to the face. I hope everybody who's at home is also following the steps, and these are easy, and the kids are able to make their Ganeshas at home. Do you see this? And now, whatever we do from now on is going to be simple, cosmetic, or looking at how we want to personalize our Ganesha and add some decoration. So, one important thing we are missing is the. So we have the trunk.
Crown.
What's missing? Himani, what is missing?
We can do the task, or what is that?
The tusk. Yes. So, if you see Ganesha's image, one of the will add a tusk. Hmm? Okay. And the next thing I would want to add is a crown for Ganesha. You know what I'll do to make the crown? I'll show you very simple.
So
Yes, Leena ji.
Nivedita, if you want to keep the idol a little closer to the camera,
Okay.
if you
Is
want to
this
keep the idol a little closer to the camera,
is this good?
yeah, because the tusk was not visible
Oh, okay.
when you added that.
Try to see if I can
Yeah.
make this one. Okay. So now I'm gonna. We all need crowns, right? And gods especially have beautiful, beautiful crowns. So I'm gonna make one for our Ganesha too. So the best way is to make three small, very small clay balls like this. Okay. So
Are they
this
same size balls, Nivedita?
no, this is small. The next one will be smaller, and the third one I do is the smallest.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, all of you here so far with me. Okay, so I'm going to take a little dab of water and I'm going to put the crown. So I'm going to take the small, that's the largest of the three. Okay, just going to use my thumb and index finger,
In front of us.
and I'm going to place this on the top there. Okay, and take a little dab of water, and I'm taking the second, the middle one, which is the biggest of the two, and I'm again using my thumb and index finger and placing it on the top,
Connected, right? So it's okay.
like a pyramid. Okay.
It got by itself.
Okay.
Oh, give me the.
And the third one will go on the do this. Okay.
And the
And
crown.
yeah. And your Ganesha is ready. We have to keep the modak.
Beautiful.
Like this much. You big.
Kavish, you're ready to keep the modak in the Ganesha's hand. So from here on, whatever we
Oh, that's
do,
beautiful.
more additions to Ganesha. But before I make more, decorations on the Ganesha, what are we missing? Who's the vehicle of Lord Ganesha?
I see they're saying mouse.
Mouse. Okay. So the mouse.
A
Okay,
mouse.
that's good. So I'm just gonna make the mouse very simple. Okay. This is like a bean. Okay.
Can you
And
show a little close to the camera, Nivedita ji?
yeah,
Because that mouse
it
is
is
really
more
small.
like the size of a bean. And I'm gonna keep two small ears for the mouse. And the
That is
mouse
cute.
needs a tail, right? Okay. It's a tail. So when we paint the mouse, you can probably, um, use a black color paint and you can draw the eyes. So, you can use the clay to do different ornaments and decorations for your Ganesha. I like to do a couple of things here. There's no place for it. So for the eyes, right, I can use pepper. Make the eyes.
So it's a
And
black pepper that we use it at home. Is that
oh, yes, yes,
Nivedita ji?
that's correct. So from now, it's your Ganesha. You can decorate him the way you like. And I also use a toothpick at this point and draw some lines and make some small designs. And so
So
on the
Nivedita ji is using the toothpick on the tusk and on the ears lines as a design.
just to make some small.
And on the crown as well, Nivedita ji?
Yes, I'm just making some designs on the top. These are
Okay.
small, what do you say? You can decorate your Ganesha and personalize it. And there are some tips to save the Ganesha, the idol what you're making. I would say if some of you have the air dry clay, after you've done working on the Ganesha and making or even coloring the Ganesha, you need to cover it with a thin plastic cover, like the one of the bags you get. Keep it open like this and just keep it covered on the top, just like that. Don't really put it in a box or don't keep it open just like this.
Oh,
Right before you do the puja, you can take it out and you'll not have any cracks. I'm trying to do some hands, fingers here.
okay.
Okay. And
So that's a good detailed work, Nivedita ji.
yes, so the feet, trying to draw some toenails, two fingers. Okay. So you can use the paint too. I have a couple of things I can use to decorate our Ganesha. I'm using the face paint, oil paint. Okay. Notes.
Can you show it to the camera once?
Yes, I'm just drawing the eyes, and then I want to draw three lines.
Okay.
And now it's the time to decorate your Ganesha. And I always feel you can personalize the way you want because this is your Ganesha and you're decorating him to your personal liking.
That's right.
And sometimes you get this umbrellas that you can get from Walmart or any of these cocktail things you use for. I like this too, and I like to add this as a touch too. And you can paint your Ganesha now with the colors
That's
you have.
beautiful.
Okay. I have some sequins which I use to decorate.
I like it. All the kids.
Yes, just make sure you are storing it properly and you're opening it right before the puja, and you can cover it with a plastic cover or you can keep it in a plastic box.
Are we gonna make a laddu?
Yes, I made the laddu. I kept it. And you can color it if you want. Okay. So I even like to probably add some more, if you want to add more features to it, you can do this more like a dhoti here, draw lines, and you can color the Ganesha. And you
That's
can
really a good detailed work, Niveditha.
just make it as personal as you like. And
Yep.
within less than an hour, we are able to do such a beautiful, lovely Ganesha.
Yep.
I like to use some color.
We weren't. Me and Radhika weren't watching how to make the mouse. So can you show us
Okay,
how to
just
make
one
it?
moment. Let me turn this around for you. Okay.
I see Sanvi started painting it.
Okay, see, look at the mouse. This is the mouse here. It needs a couple of coats because our clay is really wet. You can give it probably a few minutes and then you can paint over it. I'm just trying to show it to you now, but if you can give it some time, like 15-20 minutes, and then paint over it. And some other details, if you would like to add, you can add a kada for the hands and for the feet.
What are you adding, Niveditha?
I'm just adding more jewelry to Ganesha. Yes, give it a little time before you can start painting it. Okay. I do have some decoration I can use with a crown. Okay. The paint is not seen because it's a little dry at this time. Did you all have fun making your own Ganesha?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the mouse, you can make it black. Let me show you what
That's
I've
good.
done. This is the Ganesha I made a couple of years ago and was able to paint it too.
Oh wow.
Okay. So you can personalize your Ganesha and look at the mouth here. And you can add more detailing the way you want.
As you said, Nivedita ji, Ganesha is gonna look cute in any form.
Yes, that's the beauty about it. However you want to decorate your Ganesha, it's going to look so beautiful. I like to add more sequins. I would like to see what some of you have made. That's good. So just the final tip, how to keep the idol secure. Take a plastic bag. Keep this closed like this. Don't really block it or lock it. It should.
This is
Oh, that's so
mine.
cute. Very, very, very pretty, Ganesha. Okay, and the day you do this puja, you can take it out and you can do prayer and puja to your Ganesha. And I really want to thank NRI Streams and the Ganesha Festival and Sudaji for giving this
It's
opportunity.
wonderful.
I was feeling a little low this year that we are not able to celebrate the way we usually do. And I'm very glad and happy to see all of you make these Ganeshas and pray to Ganesha on Saturday and the eco-friendly way and make it your own. And you can make mouse if you have remaining clay. You can use it to make more modaks for Ganesha.
Nivedita ji,
Flower.
you did not make any, be it in person or online. It was still same effect.
Say that, Leena ji. I lost you there. There was some disturbance. What did you ask?
Yeah, I was saying that you didn't make any difference. It was exactly the same, be it online or in person.
I'm I'm just glad that the kids were
Okay,
able
let
to
me
go,
rejoin. Remember.
and it was easy enough for them to make their own Ganesha. Okay. Are we all good? You can decorate your Ganesha the way you like, and hope you all have a wonderful festival. Okay. We can end the session here, and thank you, Leena ji, for hosting so well and helping me. All right.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Namaste.
Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Let's say Ganapati Bappa Moria. Come on, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.